purity, the Christ consciousness, is the consciousness that all that is seen is non-existent, because there is only truth. Purity. This is the truth meaning of Luke 10:19. Behold, I have given authority to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by no means hurt one. Underscore the word nothing and exchange it with the word illusion, and the text meaning becomes crystal clear with enlightened sight. The world ego suggests this verse implies that serpent and scorpions are under the feet, literally, and should be trampled upon. But this is a blind, hiding the fact that the bottom of the feet is termed soul. And since Christ consciousness is the source of support and balance and rest within individual consciousness, in Christ consciousness there is but one presence and one power, soul, but only. Therefore, there is no power outside one to harm. However, one may be harmed by giving power to the imperfect picture of the world ego that the subconscious projects into the mental realm. One has freedom of choice, the conscious, and may choose truth or the human concepts upon which to think. While nothing outside one can harm, one can't allow becoming receptive to the outer influences and circumstances. The senses of sight and hearing under the influence of the world ego deludes, and one's reactions and attitude toward these conditions formulated and shaped the past beliefs and experiences. The personality is not intended to attempt to test the promises in order to prove immunity or power over serpents and scorpions. For what is not truth has no power. The Christ consciousness is the authority, and therefore the individual consciousness within the personality shall not have need to protect one from serpents and scorpions. This enlightenment towards purity, the presence, assures one of instant and constant protection at all times. Biblically, the subconscious may be regarded as symbolizing the bottomless pit. The subconscious played an important part in all activities. The subconscious was also the state of many negative beliefs, fears in many forms, resentments, hatreds, unhappy memories, and the like. And when these are set loose on the conscious level, they inflict torture and other suffering. When the subconscious becomes purified, the improved consciousness or awakening is gained, and then functioning improves with great benefit in daily living. Upon reaching this point of consciousness, The author of Revelation successfully explains the plan utilizing the sounding of the sixth trumpet or opening of the sixth chakra and the dramatic events which constitute the high point in the narrative. And thus there again arises the possibility of anticlimax. The brief interlude or confluence. This allows one to become emotionally relaxed and prepared for what lie ahead. The seventh seal or state of enlightenment. Purity, the Christ consciousness, is the quality that incites the holy aspiration to fulfill the law of righteousness, Dharma, and one that hath this hope set on her is purified, even as truth is pure. 1 John 3:3. Purity is a state of being free from the world ego system within the subconscious. This is achieved through meditation, where one realizes this inner reservoir is the source of power. This realization of purity, as close as one's neighbor, is a profound recognition and acknowledgement. When the closed eyes are no longer just understood as darkness or blackness, but the place of purity, truth is seen in her proper perspective. This realizing of one's inner neighbor dissolves air and restores light, gnosis, and order, truth, from out of chaos, the world ego projection from the subconscious. In truth unity, the phrase closer than a neighbor refers to understanding that Christ consciousness, the body of soul, is actualized within individual consciousness and the personality, and is accessible to the personality. Closer than one's physical neighbor is signifying the inherent unity and closeness. Accessing this inner truth within is the key to experiencing the purity of truth. Now one understands the meaning beyond physical proximity. This inner closeness transposes physical distance and focuses on the truth of the mystery of ultimate reality. The belief that every physical entity seen on the earth is one's neighbor is error, as everything seen is a projection from the subconscious, and this world ego deludes in order to thrive off the truth within, as seen in Luke 10:25-37, where your neighbor refers to the outer forms in which is manifested by the subconscious. Purity is a state of being free from the misery and evil aspect of the unpurified consciousness. Purity is essential for enlightenment in order to gain the Christ consciousness. Purity is a state of being free from distractions allowing one to perceive sublime truth. It is error for the person to think it can purify soul, which is the epitome of purity. The world ego often understands purity as cleanness, especially by being sexually or physically clean. But truth purity is the dissolution, where everything in the world ego is realized as only projections. Then the Christ consciousness is actualized, and purity is so powerful because of one's focused single-pointedness towards truth. This wholeheartedness leads inexorably away from instability and doubt into rest and stability of truth. Even the Bible states the cure for instability and error is the purity of an undivided commitment to the truth. Purity refers to the essential state that is free from impurities and attachments of the world ego. Purity was crucial for achieving enlightenment, which led to realization and the actualizing of the Christ consciousness. Purity is the diamond of soul. Purity is freedom from anything that debases, contaminates, pollutes, etc. Truth is the quality or state of being pure. Purity and consciousness is innocence, guiltless and blameless. When the Christ consciousness is actualized, the individual consciousness within the personality becomes perfectly pure. This pure consciousness is the experience of consciousness without objects, inner, and that awareness of this truth outwardly. This is sometimes called original consciousness and the one who knows. Pure consciousness is the state of no sense of self or world ego as truth. It is the state where the observer is observing nothing, illusion, not truth. Pure consciousness has different concepts and different traditions. In Tibetan Buddhism, it is Rigpa, meaning silent and intelligent. In Zen, it is original ground, source essence. In Hindu non-dual tradition, she is the timeless wisdom. The experience of pure consciousness as the realization and awareness of the inner realm without objects is the same consciousness that intuits the world ego as emptiness, no substance, so to speak. This gnosis or pure consciousness is Christ consciousness, the state of rest. When one rests in the Christ consciousness, one has no fear of the changing conditions of the illusion. The experience of this pure consciousness is simply an acknowledgement that there is only one truth, soul. Pure consciousness is the individual consciousness within the personality, feel, experiencing directly and purely, instead of being inferred through the objects of the subconscious. Christ consciousness is the inner standing of purity. No body, no thoughts, no experiencer, no experience. The individual consciousness is the outer understanding that even though there seems to be a multitude of activities being performed, they have no basis as a reality or truth, and that there is no connection to Christ consciousness, the abode of soul, the only presence. There can be no contradiction because there is only purity.